Namaste friends, welcome back to my channel. Friends, in today's video, I'm going to show you this bracelet. You can see the look, the sparkle of this bracelet. It just looks like a starry night. You can see the sparkle, and thus I have named this bracelet as Starry Night Bracelet. Here I have already made this bracelet in the classic contrast of red and black, and one more colorway in the shades of pink, the light pink and the fuchsia. So you can see the look of both the bracelets. And in today's video, we are going to make this Starry Night bracelet in turquoise color. So let us see what all material do we need to make our Starry Night bracelet in turquoise color. Friends, for making our Starry Night bracelet in shades of blue, we are going to use these 4 bicones in 2 shades of blue. This is in Montana color and this is in turquoise color. Then I'm going to use these 11 O's. These are Milky Duracoat Champagne 11 O's. Here I'm using this 6 pearl in black color. I'll be using this for making the pearl clasp for my bracelet. Here I'll be working with Milky thread and size 12 beading needle. So let's get started. Friends, here I have taken about 8 feet long thread in my needle. Friends, for making my Starry Night bracelet, I have picked up these 4 bicones in 2 colors, one Montana, turquoise, one Montana and turquoise. So I'm bringing these 4 bicones down towards the end of my thread and I'm tying a double knot. Like this. I'm going to pass through all the 4 bicones and pulling in the tail in between the bicones very gently. Like this. And this bicone. So this is our first component, and now I'm picking up one 11 champagne and into this next 4 bicone. Again picking up one 11 champagne into the next 4 bicone. Picking up one 11 champagne into the next bicone. And the last 11 champagne into the first 4 bicone, like this. So this is our first component down through this 11 champagne. And now I'm going to pick up 4 bicones in alternate colors. So here as I'm exiting through this 11 champagne, and just before this I had this turquoise bicone, so I'm picking up one Montana, turquoise, Montana and turquoise bicone. So I have picked up these 4 bicones, Montana, turquoise, Montana and turquoise, and I'm passing through this 11 champagne. And now after adding these 4 bicones, I'm stepping up into the first bicone in Montana color. this, and picking up one 11 champagne into the next 4 bicon, picking up one 11 champagne into Montana bicon, picking up one 11 champagne into turquoise bicon, like this. And now this was the 11 to which we added the 4 bicons, so we are going to skip this now, like this, moving into the Montana bicon, like this. So this way we have added two components. You can see the colors and the shape they are taking. And now here we are going to add our pearl to make it into a clasp. So as I'm exiting through this Montana bicon, I'm picking up two Montana bicons into the Montana bicon here, like this, moving up into the bicon, up to the next Montana 4 bicon, picking up one 11 champagne, moving down to the bicon, once again through all these three bicons, into the bicon and into the 11 champagne. And here I'm going to add my pearl as a clasp. So I'm picking up two 11 champagne, one 6 pearl, and one 11 champagne. So here I have picked up these 4 beads, bringing these down towards the end of my thread and skipping this 11, going back into the pearl and the two 11 champagne, into this 11 champagne, once again I'm going to pass through all these beads just to reinforce into this 11, down through the pearl, and the two 11s into this 11 champagne. So here we have added this pearl as a clasp and into the bicon, skipping this 11 into the bicon, this, into the Montana bicon and into the next 11 champagne, like this. Now let us first cut the tail off. And now we are going to proceed with our next component. So here you can see right now I'm exiting through this Montana bicon and the 11 champagne. So I'm going to take the alternate colors. So here after Montana, I'm going to pick up turquoise, Montana, turquoise, and Montana back. So this is the way we are going to pick up our colors. If we are exiting through this Montana and then 11, we are going to pick up turquoise first, then Montana, turquoise, and then Montana. I'm going to pass through the 11 like this, stepping up into the Montana bicon, sorry, the turquoise bicon, picking up an 11 champagne into the Montana bicon. Just keep your thread nice and tight here. Again, picking up an 11 champagne into the turquoise bicon. Again, picking up one 11 champagne into the Montana bicon like this. Now I added these 4 bicons to this 11, so now I'm going to skip this and stepping up into the turquoise bicon like this and into the 11 champagne this way. So here, as I'm exiting through this 11 champagne, I have to add the component here, and I just pass through the turquoise bicon. So here I'm going to pick up Montana first, then turquoise, and then Montana. Now here I'm picking up only 3 bicons as we already have the space in between these two 11s. So first I'm going to add 3 bicons here like this. And now the next one, that is the turquoise bicon, the fourth one between these two 11s like this. So you can see the look. Stepping up into the first Montana bicon, picking up one 11 champagne into the turquoise bicon, again picking up one 11 champagne and into the Montana bicon. Here I'm using all 4 bicons and I'm calling these bicons by the name of their colors name. So this one is turquoise and this one is Montana. So right now I'm exiting through this Montana bicon and we added these bicons to this 11. So I'm going to skip this 11 and stepping up into the turquoise bicon. Now I'm going to skip this 11, stepping up into the Montana bicon and into the next 11 champagne like this. You can see the shape different colors are taking. The center we have this square and the outer square and this cross shape. So you can see the shape the 2 colors are taking. And right now as I'm exiting through this 11 champagne, I just passed through this Montana bicon. So next will be my turquoise bicon. And here I don't have any other space for the bicon, so I'm going to pick up all 4. So turquoise first, then Montana, turquoise, and Montana. So turquoise, Montana, turquoise, and Montana into the 11 champagne, stepping up into the first bicon, that is the turquoise bicon, Picking up one 11 champagne into the Montana bicon. Picking up one 11 champagne into turquoise bicon. One 11 champagne, Montana bicon, and here this is the 11 to which we added the 4 bicons. So I'm going to skip this and pass through the turquoise bicon. Skip this 11 and into the next bicon. We have to reach this 11 now, as we are going to add the component here like this. Now here we are going this way around. So here we are going to add 1 bicon, and then outer side we are going to add 3 bicons. So as I'm exiting through, I just passed through the turquoise bicon. So next will be my Montana bicon. We have to take the bicons in alternate colors. I just passed through turquoise, now picking up Montana and passing through the 11 champagne, and then just added Montana. So I'm going to pick up turquoise, Montana, and turquoise. These 3 bicons into the 11 champagne, into the bicon, Montana bicon, like this. And here we added the beads to this champagne 11. So I'm skipping this and stepping up into the turquoise bicon, picking up one 11 champagne into Montana bicon, picking up one 11 champagne down into the turquoise bicon. So this is the 11 to which we added bicons. So I'm going to skip this one and into the Montana, like this. Again into the turquoise, skipping the 11 on the top, skipping the 11 into the Montana, and into the next 11 champagne, like this. Now I'm going to add all 4 bicons to this 11 champagne, and I just passed through the Montana. So I'm going to start my bicons with turquoise, then Montana, turquoise, and Montana. So turquoise, Montana, turquoise, and Montana into the 11 champagne. Stepping up into the turquoise, picking up one 11 champagne, again picking up one 11 champagne into turquoise bicon, picking up one 11 champagne into Montana, skipping this 11 to which we added all the 4 bicons, and into the turquoise bicon, like this, into the 11 champagne. Now here again we are going to add this component, for which we already have 2 11's. So we are going to add 3 on the outer side, one in the inner side. And as I just passed through turquoise, so I'm going to start picking my beads from Montana, then turquoise, and then Montana. I'm going to add 3 on the outer side, like this, and next turquoise in the inner side, like this. Be very careful while using the long threads. They tend to get tangled up, so very carefully we have to use. Just messed up. Now like this, stepping up into the Montana, picking up an 11 champagne into turquoise, again one 11 champagne into Montana, skipping this 11 to which we added the beads, up into the turquoise, skipping this 11 up into Montana, and the next 11, and I'm going to add 4 bicones here. As I just pass through the Montana, I'm going to start with turquoise, then Montana, turquoise, and Montana. So this way we are going to make our bracelet by adding components like this. You can see the look, the alternate squares we are getting, first with Montana, then turquoise, Montana, turquoise, and then we are going to get this with Montana. So this way our bracelet is going to look, and here we are going to make the bracelet of about, so this bracelet would be of length 7 inches. So, and for making a 7 inches long bracelet, we are going to count these squares in the middle row, and for making this 7 inches long bracelet we need to have, including this outer one, in all 20 squares in the middle row. So here I already have 1 2 3 4 squares in the middle row. I'm going to complete 15 more, that is total 19 I'm going to complete, and I will show you how to make the 20th one and add the loop for the pearl clasp for this bracelet. So I'm just going to complete my 19 squares in the middle row and the outer ones also, and come back. So here I have completed 19 squares in the middle row. Let us count 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 and 19. And now I'm going to make the 20th one and the loop for a pearl clasp. So here you can see right now I'm exiting through this 11 champagne. So I'm moving down into the turquoise bicone, into this turquoise bicone, I'm picking up 2 turquoise bicone for this center component, center square, which is our 20th square, and here is our square, into this bicone, into the bicone. We are not passing through the 11 O's right now. Now, after exiting through this 4 bicone, I am picking up one 11 and into this next turquoise bicone, back into the bicones, and into this bicone, into the 11 and now here we are going to make the loop. So I'm picking up 14 11 champagne. So here I have picked up 14 11 4 8 12 and 14, and I'm passing through this 11 champagne. Now stepping up into first 3 11 champagne like this, picking up one 11 champagne into the next 4 11 champagne, again picking up one 11 champagne down through the next 4 11 champagne, again picking up one 11 champagne and down through the next 3 11 champagne like this, skipping the one at the bottom into these 3 11s, the one we added, and into all the 11s including the one we added in the last round. Like this. Now into the bottom 11, up through all the 11s. You can take about 4 to 5 passes. I'm going to take about 4 passes as we are using all 11s here, and we need to strengthen our loop, so I'm taking about 4 passes here. So this was my third pass. Into the 11s, and here into this 11s. Into these 2, down through this 11. So here we have completed our loop, and moving down through this 11, sorry, this 4 bicone, and I'm going to tie a knot over here. Like this, into the bicone, up through this bicone, one more knot here, between these 2 bicones, into the okay and few levelers like this. And now we can cut our thread off. So here we have completed our starry night bracelet. You can see the loop, and let me just show you how we are going to close it. Just push it in, and this is the look. So friends, here we have completed our starry night bracelet in this gorgeous turquoise color. You can see the look of this bracelet. It looks so gorgeous. The shades of blue, you can see the look. And let us just take a quick look over other colorways that I had already shown you in the beginning of my video. These three colorways. One more thing I would like to show you. Friends, in all the three bracelets, I have used same number of components, but you can see the difference in the size of three bracelets. This one is the smallest, but the number of components are same in this too. It is because here I have used Swarovski bicones and they are slightly smaller, even though they are 4 mm in size, but they are slightly smaller than the two bicones I have used here. These are again 4 by 4 mm bicon, but these bicones are slightly bigger, or you can say 4 by 5 mm in size. So you can see the difference in the three bracelets. It is just because of the size of the bicones that I have used. So if you are using Swarovski, then just and if you want to make the same length of 7 inches, then you will have to add one more component over here. Otherwise you can see this, it is about a centimeter shorter than this one. So even though the number of components are same, but still we have different sizes just because of the size of the bicones. So depending on the size of the bicones, you will have to increase or decrease the number of components also. So this is the look of our three bracelets, starry night bracelets, and I hope, as this is very easy to make bracelet, and I am sure you are going to enjoy making this bracelet and of course gifting it to your friends and family. So friends, if you like my designs and my tutorials, please do subscribe to my channel, and please don't forget to press the bell icon so that you may get notified when I'll upload my next videos. Thank you and namaste.